Okay, what's next? Social studies?
Yes, social studies.
Well, okay, but the math lady just had fractals, so...
That's going to be tough to beat.
Fractals?
Fractals.
I see. Well, let's start there. Social studies is a huge umbrella term for a number of subjects. Each of those subjects have multiple disciplines within them, and each of those disciplines have multiple disciplines within them, sometimes on and on for multiple iterations. The same goes for the skills you'll learn. So you can see how once you zoom in on social studies, there's a lot going on. Just like with your fractals.
Fractals don't do that!
I'm not a math guy. Besides, most metaphors don't bear close examination. Back to our social studies fractal. Just on the first level, we have history, geography, economics, sociology, anthropology, and political science. History subdivides into Chinese history, Indian history, Russian, African diaspora, American, and so on. And all of those can be subdivided by time, ancient, medieval, and modern, or genre, gender, social, economic, political, and so on. Moving over to geography, we see that subdivides into physical geography, cartography, human geography. Human geography subdivides into demographics and logistics. Physical geography subdivides into earth science, seismology, and logistics again. Each top-level discipline has offshoots whose offshoots have offshoots. On, seemingly forever. And many of these disciplines actually interconnect, too. We can see that our social studies fractal interweaves with itself in certain places.
Your example didn't have perfectly symmetrical iterations.
And certainly isn't infinitely recurring.
I said it wasn't a perfect analogy. Just go with it. Here's some cool fractals.
Ooh. Okay, so I get what social studies is. It's a lot of things.
A lot of things.
I see how they're all related.
So why is it important for us to study all of these things?
Well, just as there is a seemingly infinitely laced set of points along our fractal, significance is in the eye of the beholder. What do you value? History is a treasure trove of stories of all types. Romance, warfare, diplomatic intrigue. But what if stories aren't enough for you? Do you want to learn more about yourself? History will teach you where you came from, where your family came from, where your religion came from, where your community came from, where your state and country came from. You can really dig deep and find out a lot more about who you are. You'll also formalize your political opinions as an educated citizen in our republic. You'll know our rights and why we have them. You'll know what philosophies led to the creation of our government. You'll be able to compare them to other value systems and governments. You'll note historical precedent, and it will guide you in elections and in everyday ethics.
Whoa.
Do you like puzzles and patterns? How about philosophy? Are you starting to think about some deeper issues of humanity?
No.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, some young folk do. Most everyone does, sooner or later. Once you start to really know history, you'll see that through all of the good and evil, for all of the accomplishment and destruction, there's one thing that stays the same: people. At their core of every civilization, from the ancient Chinese to medieval Turks, all the way up to modern Belgium, every civilization is filled with people that all have the same hopes, dreams, and fears. They want to be safe, they want justice, and they want to improve their lot. And they all want waffles. That one might just be the Belgians. And that's just a sampling of what history teaches you. But the skill set social studies can teach is just as myriad and interconnected as the fractals from before.
Ooh. Okay, so how will you help me attain some or all of these things?
Glad you asked. You'll be reading, you'll be listening, you'll be watching, you'll discuss and discover amongst classmates. You'll imagine yourself in amazing situations. You'll learn how to research and how to find the best evidence to make a convincing argument. You'll be writing essays and engaging in debates. You'll read maps. You'll predict what groups of humans do. You'll predict what you would do. We'll take trips to local sites and museums. We'll watch films. You'll make films. We'll read philosophy. You'll craft your own. You'll learn to be a skeptic, to learn how to source and verify. And if I can swing it, we'll go on a boat.
Okay, wow! That's a lot to think about. Social studies will give me the skills I need to be an excellent citizen, pontificate upon humanity, shape my ethics, and, if I so choose, refine my identity. And that's all just for starters. Okay, that ended up being cooler than fractals. Now can we go back to watching fractals?